Hey everyone, it's Sarah at Repeat Crafter Me, and we have our 9th square in the Under the Sea Crochet Along for the month of September. We have a sea turtle. Look how cute this guy is. Pretty easy stitches on this one. We have just a lot of parts, so the only time you're really gonna have to kind of do some tedious work is stitching it onto our bubble square. But that's about it. Let's just get started and we'll crochet this guy together. So I'm going to be working on the one for the back of my bubble square. I will leave the bubble square pattern in the comments, and you may already have these done. So for the turtle, we are going to grab that Red Heart Super Saver in Paddy green, and then we also have our spring green, which I use frequently, so you probably have that on hand. Let's go ahead and start with the shell. So I have my size H crochet hook. I'm going to take that darker green yarn, and I'm doing a pretty simple version of this. If you want to get creative and do some more turtle shell things to this, please feel free. I'm just going to give you the basics. So I'm doing a magic ring. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to be making 10 single crochets in the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to pull that magic ring tight. I'm going to join to my first single crochet, chain 1. Now for round 2, we're going to make 2 single crochets in each stitch around. Okay, you should have 20 single crochets. Go ahead and join to that first single crochet, chain 1. Round 3, we're just going to go ahead and single crochet in each stitch around. So again, this will just be a count of 20 single crochets. Oop. Join to that, did I get the last stitch? Yep, join to that first single crochet, chain 1, round 4, 2 single crochets in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next. And we're just going to repeat that. 2 single crochets in the first, 1 single crochet in the next. Be 30 single crochets at the end of this round. Join to that first single crochet, chain 1. Next round, round 5, we are going to be doing 2 single crochets in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next 2. So 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet in the next 2. Repeat around. So really we're just doing kind of a series of increases. Again, very kind of easy stitches. let's join. One more round of increases here for round 6. So 2 single crochets in the first, single crochet in the next 3. So 2 single crochets and then 1, 2, 3. 2 single crochets all in one stitch and then 1 single crochet in the next 3. I keep losing my yarn. 3, and I'm losing count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, almost there. 1, 2, 3. Join. Last round of our shell. Very easy, just single crochet in each stitch around. Very easy. Let's see here. Okay. One more. Join. Okay, we have our nice big shell. Leave a long tail. Clip that off. All right, so again, feel free to do some embroidery if you wanted to do some kind of shell design on this. You could even make this in a brown color, up to you. Get creative. All right, let's go ahead and do the head next. So we're gonna grab that spring green yarn. We really don't need our Paddy green yarn anymore. Push that off to the side. For the head, we're gonna continue by starting on that magic ring. We're gonna chain 1 and we're gonna make 10 single crochets in the ring. Okay. Join to the first single crochet. I always find that this spring green yarn's a little bit thinner for some reason. It's all worsted weight yarn, but this one seems to be a little thinner, which is okay. All right, 2 single crochets in each stitch around for the next. So basically kind of same as what we were doing there on the shell. Keep it easy for you guys. I like when patterns kind of have similar repeats. Okay, 2 single crochets there. Join, chain 1, single crochet in each stitch around. Again, this is probably sounding familiar. These are basic increases in a round. Pretty soon you guys are going to be designing your own patterns when you see how easy it is to crochet shapes. Okay. All right, let's join. Chain 1, round 4. We're going to do 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 3. 2 single crochets all in one stitch, and then 1, 2, 3. 2 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 single crochets, 1, 3, 2 single crochets, 1, 2, 3. Join, chain 1. Now for this last round, round 5, we're going to single crochet in the first 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We're going to pause because now we're going to make 2 single crochets in the next 9 stitches. So 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then I think that was 9. Now we're going to go ahead and single crochet in the remaining stitches. 7 and 8, and join. And we have our head. So now the place where you did the 2 single crochet stitches, this is going to be the outer, the kind of the top of the head, the outer part of the head, and then it's just comes, you can just see it comes in a little bit over here. This is the part that's going to connect to the shell. So I'm going to go ahead, leave out long tail, fasten off. You can weave in your starting ends there if you wish at this time. I'm not going to do that on camera, but go ahead. And while we are at it, let's go ahead and add the eye. I'm not going to crochet the eye on camera because this is the same eye that we did for the seahorse, and I believe probably a few of our other sea creature friends. So you can refer back to that video if needed. So I already made this eye. It's a very simple 6-stitch round there, with just some embellishment with the white yarn. So what you're going to want to do is, this is the front of the head. You're going to place your eye so it's kind of looking out wherever you want it, and you're going to stitch that on. Let's go this way. Just working your way along the edges with your tapestry needle. All right. Of course, all right. It doesn't matter what the back side looks like. That is going to be down, face down on that bubble square, and you will not be able to see it. All right, so you're going to stitch your eye on, and then with that extra tail, hopefully you've left a long strand there. You're just going to go ahead and use it to create a smile. So I want my smile to be on this edge. This is the front of the head. So I'm just going to bring my yarn down, kind of towards the edge here. And then I'm just going to work my needle over here. It's about as big as I want my smile. Trying not to catch that other loose end there. Okay, before I pull completely tight, I want my smile to kind of loop down. I'm trying to catch between a stitch here is what I'm trying to do. All right, so kind of pull tight, back down, work back down so it catches your smile. Pull tight, and you have a sweet little smile there, right on the edge. How cute is that? And then we can just go ahead and weave this in on the back side. You could even tie a knot with that remaining end there from your magic ring. You're not going to see the side of it, so it doesn't matter if it looks messy. And there you have it. Okay, now let's do our flippers. All right, so you're going to do 2, which are going to be kind of sticking out of the top of the shell, and 2 out of the bottom. They are the same pattern. As you can see, I tucked one a little bit farther under than the other to give it that length. So I've already made 2. Here's my top one. You can see it curves this way. They kind of look like leaves right now. And then this one is curving the other way. All right, let's just do these on camera. So we're gonna do one on camera, and then you will do the other one by yourself. So let's go ahead with the top flipper. That is this one, since it goes that direction. And we are going to start by, this is the spring green yarn. We're going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now in the third chain from hook, 1, 2, 3, we're going to make a double crochet, and then we're going to double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we are going to half double crochet in the next stitch. We are going to make 2 single crochets in that next stitch, and those 2 single crochets in one stitch is going to help it make that curve. We're going to single crochet in the next. Now we have one more stitch at the end. We're going to make 4 single crochets, which is going to kind of bring us around the top there so we can turn and work on the other side of our chain. On the other side of the chain, we are going to single crochet in those next 2. Then we are going to single crochet decrease over the next 2. That's going to help that curve, as you can see. Half double crochet in the next 2. 1, 2, and then double crochet in those remaining stitches. And fasten off, leaving a long tail. You can weave this end in. So now we have 2 top fin flippers. Okay, again, you can tuck one in more, have one sticking out more. Lots of ways to play around with it. We will work on that in a minute. Let's start on the bottom fin now. All right. So for this one, we're going to start by chaining 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are going to single crochet in the second chain from hook. We are going to do 2 single crochets in the next. Half double crochet in the next 2. And then we're going to double crochet in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in that last chain, we are going to make 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just like before, that kind of curves us around so we can work on the other side of the chain. So we're going to go ahead and double crochet in the next 3. If I can get my hook in there, let's see. 1, 2, 3, half double crochet in the next 2. 1, 2, single crochet in the remaining stitches. And I am just going to go ahead and join to that first single crochet I made. You can see it curves around the other direction, which is what we wanted. Remember to leave a long enough tail because you're going to want to stitch this on to your square. Okay, so we have our 2 bottom fins. And now let's quickly make the tail. And then we're just going to kind of lay this guy out, and I'll show you a little bit of how to stitch him down. All right, for the tail, we are going to go ahead and make that slip knot on my hook and chain 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to double crochet in the third chain from hook. We're going to double crochet in the next. We're going to half double crochet in the next. And then we're going to single crochet in the last. And just to finish this off, I'm going to slip stitch right to that same spot I just made the single crochet in. And we have a tiny tail. It's so cute. Look at that little tail. You can always weave in these starting ends too. All right, let's go ahead, flip this upside down. Actually, I want to mention something before I flip it upside down. I've already had several comments that several of you are very bothered that I put the head on top of the shell here. I had seen a picture of a cute turtle and he had his head kind of popping up like this with, I don't know, made it look like it was a little bit three-dimensional, so I decided to do it this way. But since so many of you do not like that, it seems, you can always stitch it down the other way, and we will be putting that head under the shell this time on this side. So you can decide how you want it. So I am overlapping. You're going to want to make sure the head can kind of be tilted upward like this. You're going to take your bottom fins. You're going to know they're the bottom because they're going to be facing the right direction there. And they can kind of be sticking out, curved around. This one I usually tuck in a little more because it's the back flipper. Was I calling them fins or flippers? Flippers. Okay. Now, where did my top ones go? I've lost them. Were they underneath? Oh, they're over here. Okay. So here's my top ones. So you're not going to see the back edges of these. All right. So here's the top one. Here's the back one. I'm just going to tuck that in a little bit more. Okay. I like the head kind of poking up like this, actually. I don't know. It could be looking down. Whatever you think. Okay, so I got the top fins and then our little tail. I feel like it kind of likes to go downward a little bit, which is so cute. And then that's going to be over the back. Adorable, right? Okay, so now here's my, I'm not going to stitch this whole thing down on this video. It'll just take way too long because this is, again, like I mentioned in the beginning, kind of the tedious part of it. You want to make sure everything is to your liking as you stitch it down. Just be very mindful of where you're stitching as you go. Take your time. But my main kind of tip here is once you have everything placed, start stitching your shell over all of these working. We'll just go ahead and start working through those edges of the shell stitch. And then wherever it lands on the turtle pieces, so even maybe here, I start by going through the head. And then you're also going to want to catch through your bubble square and back up along that edge. Okay. And okay, I should have, there we go. All right, and then just working along the edge. Again, take your time. Make sure you're placing your your needle through wherever it needs to be going. Kind of holding this down. You can pin it down for a little extra. So here I'm going through this edge. I'm going through the edge of the flipper, and then I'm also going through my bubble square stitches and back up. Okay, so I'm going to do this all the way around. Okay, I think you guys kind of get that idea. Leaving the tails of the fins and all the other pieces, because once this is stitched down, then you go ahead and stitch around the tail, the flippers, and the head to make sure the rest of it is secure. And then you just, you know, make sure your ends are woven in. So I'm just gonna kind of leave this out as I go. Just working through there. And really, that is all there is to it. Let's make sure that's tucked in. This guy's so cute. Okay, what do you think? I think you got the hang of it. All right, so this will all be stitched down before you know it. Again, just take your time. Add any more embellishments that you like. And there's your turtle. There's your turtle square. Hope you're enjoying this Under the Sea crochet along. I will have the links to the other 8 sea creatures we've done so far. And we only have a few more to go, plus our bonus patterns. And then I will also be showing you how to stitch the squares together. So stay tuned for that as well. Patterns on repeatcrafterme.com.